Hey guys, this is Arsenal Giants PS3, and this is something a little different. The first thing that's different is that I am making videos again. I don't really have an excuse why I haven't made any for so long. I don't know, a lot's been going on, whatever. And I'm very grateful that Tyler's been able to keep this channel afloat. And the second thing that's different is that this is PES. Now, FIFA, for me and Tyler, just got tedious. I don't know what it was, but there's something about it. The fact that it's so monotonous, I would say, and I imagine that'll piss a lot of you off. But it's you when you play PES, it's a very, very different game. It's a game that I've been playing for as a series for years, really. I mean, I started playing PES back in the PS2 days, like PES 4, I think it was, the one with Thierry Henry on the front. And ever since then, I have played manager modes or Master Leagues with the Master League original lineup, as you can see I'm doing here. And this is going to be following the same line, but I've always created my own team called Stratford East. So it's a fictional team, and I'm going to be taking them to the Champions League. And that is going to be the basis of this series, guys. PES 13 is probably one of the best PESs there's been on this console generation, maybe PES 12. And it's just a game that I think is really, really fun to play. I love creating kind of a fictional universe in which I can take Stratford East to the Champions League, and I hope it will be good to watch as well. So as you can see, I just went through the formalities of starting up a manager Master League, and calling my guy Dijan, he's Serbian. A Serbian dude who, for some reason, I came up with a name with back in PES, when the first one you needed a manager, and I've kept that ever since. I mean, I have got on PES 12 with Stratford East 10 seasons in, so I've played a ridiculous amount with Stratford East. They're a club that I've always created. I don't even know where I got the idea for them, and that is going to be the club you're watching in this Master League. In the Master League, you can't swap clubs or anything. You stay as one club, and hopefully I will be taking Stratford East all the way to the Champions League and beyond into the FIFA Club World Cup, or whatever it's called. Which you can do on this game. This game is especially cool because you have all the Champions League licensing and stuff. So when we do take Stratford up there, you get all the intros and stuff. But it's quite a lengthy process to start off with a Master League, and as you can see, we've just gone through all the boring shit that they add in. You have to do every time. But as I said, this should be a pretty long series. It's quite a long kind of slog to the Champions League. We start off into Division 2, and I've got an option file that has championship teams. I don't know how reliable it is, but I'm just going to take you through the squad now. In goal, we've got this dude from Russia. He's pretty average goalkeeper. And this is quite a young squad as well. We've got a 22-year-old here from Sweden called Strandberg, who's the centre-back. As you can see, his stats aren't exactly great. He's not especially good at anything, really. Then we've got Jaramak, a Serbian centre-back who's 65 rated and only 19, so he's going to be a pretty good player, hopefully, on our road to the future. We've got a couple of average-ish players here. Some dude from Scotland, we've got a German midfielder. Nothing particularly special on any of them. This guy, Kastolis from Greece, he looks like a pretty decent player, can play quite a lot of places. This guy should do well. Gelazaka from Spain, he's young. Hubadux is a very important player from Belgium, and he's important because he's got a good bit of pace on him, which is pretty important. A little bit on PES, as is in FIFA, but not quite as over the top, you could say. We've got Minandinho there, a striker who should be pretty important. We've got quite a few decent goalkeepers. Io Checker there. Richard Harty from Scotland. As you can see, a lot of our players are all very young. A lot of them under 25. And that's quite good because it will give us a chance to see some of them progress and see if they can maintain their kind of place in the squad. Others I will be flogging off at the first chance, like that guy, 21 and 57 rated. He's not going to be too useful to me. We've got Russ Twiff here from Wales, who's another striker, and this Bulgarian dude. He's quite an old player, 27 from Northern Ireland, and he's 61 rated, so he won't be doing too well. And lastly, our last goalkeeper is Lesenthal there, who is actually getting call-ups to the, I think it was Austrian league, Austrian team, national team, so he's going to be a pretty important player. And Edward Emrile there is our highest rated player, 69 there. On the end, and pretty young, he came through the actual youth team of this player. He's the one player I will pick up before we start off the season, and he pretty much spawns there every time. So this is the squad we're going to be playing, a kind of 4-1-2-1-2, except for Hubadux is quite far up the pitch, and Gelzaka's in the attacking midfielder role. Minandinho and Voraktokov, or whatever his name is, up front, the Bulgarian dude. It's going to be a possession game, really. We're going to make sure we hold on to the ball and we keep possession, and then counter with it through our possession, really, kind of looking for holes, because we've got a lot of good passes, but not too much pace and not too much pace, really. So we're going to keep it relatively possession based in terms of how we play, and just look for holes with our more technical players rather than our pacey players. And our first game here is against Leeds. Now, Leeds, as I said before, I'm not too sure how much reliability there is in this option file. When you create a PES thing, you start off with just a league of randoms, basically, and then you can install option files. So this Leeds team might have a few errors, but as you can see, they start off the better team. Elad Diouf there, everyone's favourite twat, just putting it a little bit wide there. As you can see, I was just trying to hold them off, and they picked a hole through our defence. It is a good save and a good response from our defence, but you know, the position game there was a little bit lacking. But this is a good example of what we like to do. We just kind of hold up the ball here. We're not going to play any ridiculous through balls. We wait for a chance here, and Eduardo Murillo playing in Makasvir, our left back, who gets involved, and not too much comes to it. That's just an example of our possession-based football and how we're going to approach this kind of this first season, just holding on to the ball. And again here, look, because we got, they're sitting back waiting to counter. Makasvir gets a nice bit of space here for Eduardo Murillo. Now here's our technically most gifted player, and the ball breaks here to Herberdux, and he gives us the lead there with a pretty, you know, conserved finish. He wasn't going to smash that over the top. We didn't get too many chances, so when I did see that, I just wanted to test the keeper and maybe, I don't know, get a corner or something. And it was a pretty nice finish, but it was just an example of how the position game worked, really. We didn't exactly counter because they were sitting back so much, waiting to counter us, and they had a lot more pace up front. We just held onto the ball and worked our way through the holes. Eduardo Murillo here making the most of it, and it was a good defensive block there at the start, and we just got lucky with the placement. There wasn't too much technical ability in that goal, but it was just nice to capitalise on the one kind of lucky chance we got. So Herberdux there is the first player to score for the soon-to-be mighty Stratford East, so remember the name, I guess. And they start off here, again, trying to break us down, trying to make the most of us sitting back, really. And Jerome Thomas here, I think it's Jerome, cuts inside, it's a lovely ball in, the goalkeeper's in no man's land, and the ball comes out, and it's a shocking miss there from Tung, I think it is, Tung. But there you go, it's just an example that this Leeds team were very good at getting in behind. And here's another example, our left back just getting out of position there, really, and it's a good ball in and a shocking defensive display there from, I think it's Jaramak there. I don't know what he's doing. I think I just tried to kind of clear it, and he just took a perfect touch into the goal. But I mean, here you go, look, we're trying to, there was a space really between our central defensive midfielder and our back four, and it is a nice ball in, but you really shouldn't be conceding goals like that. So even the goalkeeper maybe could do better, but I don't know what he's trying to do there, control it or whatever. But it was an unfortunate goal to concede, but we were back on level terms in the early 60th minute. Here's another example. They were just very dangerous at making holes really in our defence. Our defence wasn't very good at staying as a solid unit. But get another chance here. Eduardo Murillo again doing well. It's a lovely ball into Gelzaka here and a beautiful touch away, and then he controls it and plays it into Rustwif, who I subbed on. That is just an example of the kind of football I want to build. Play off certain players. I mean, as a team, we have a lot of weaknesses and very few kind of strengths. But it was just a nice goal to kind of capitalise again on the space and time we got. Here's a nice little ball in here from, I think it's Minandinho, and it's just a lovely touch here from Gazaka, who's 67 rated, so one of our best players, and it's a really easy finish really, but it's all made by one of our best players, and that's the kind of football we need to play when we're playing a possession game, get it to the good players. But we made our own mistakes really again here, just shocking defending and a lovely bit of play here and an even better defensive tackle. Towards the end of the game, Leeds were all out possession play, trying to control us, and we tried to counter, but it just didn't really work for Leeds, and they get a final chance here in the 90th minute with Thomas with the corner, and he whips it in and it's headed over the bar. So we get a pretty impressive first win. I must admit, we were just lucky. We took our chances, and we had when we did take them, we took them pretty damn well. As you can see, we had 3 shots in target out of a total of 4 shots. So it was a good game. Here's just a little snippet. Messi wins best player. Ronaldo getting a measly 3 votes there. Not too sure how that works or whatever, but it was just cool to see that they do kind of make the most of their license here, and they add in all the little bits of information. So we go to our second game here against Blackpool. Blackpool again, you know, I have to apologise for whoever created this option file. It might have a couple of inaccuracies in it. Some of the players might be not at their actual club or whatever, but we're playing in our away kit, so the black and gold against the famous Blackpool orange. And it was this would turn out to be quite some game. I mean, Blackpool, I don't know too much about them in real life, but with Delfonso up front, they've got a good bit of pace, and as you can see, Delfonso caused us problems from the off. It was a good tackle there, but he just doesn't follow it up, and Delfonso wins it back here. Lovely footwork, beats 2 players, and then curls it into the top right-hand side corner. Yeah, Delfonso was going to be a threat, and you can tell what kind of player is going to cause us problems in this coming season. Our backline are all pretty damn slow, and they can't really back that up with any technical ability. They're not exactly very good defenders, and see, we get the tackle in there, but they just don't follow it up. The gaps were there, and it is a bit of individual brilliance for him to score that goal. But you could just see that Delfonso was going to be a handful. He was clearly on form. It was a lovely goal. But then look at this. We break the rules a bit, and with a lovely passing move, really caused them problems literally from the kickoff. A lovely bit of play here from Mandinho, who strikes me as a really good hold-up player. Plays in Murillo, our best player. It's a lovely ball in there to Herberdux, who gets his 2nd goal for Stratford East in 2 games. So we were looking a good response. We were looking like we were alert to the possibility. We weren't just going to sit back and take a beating from Blackpool. And it was just, I don't know, again, lovely play from individual players, really. Minardino played a lovely pass into Murillo, and the Murillo pass here, as you see at the end of this move, is absolutely amazing. Again here, he's just doing well to kind of make the most of those gaps, and it's just a lovely ball in. He just curls it perfectly, and Herberdux can't really miss that. He's in the right place at the right time, and it would have been harder to miss. But again here, look, just a lovely kind of possession-based build-up. Nice couple of back heels and stuff, and Murillo again looking very, very dangerous on that left-hand side, putting a nice ball, and it was eventually quite well cleared. Then again, Thiago Gomez here, just kind of a little snippet of possession there for Blackpool, and we give it away with a pretty shocking tackle here. We don't even get a card for that. It was pretty dangerous, I'm just going to say. And Silvestre here on the edge of the box. Free kicks are pretty cool on PES. The best players take them perfectly, the worst players take awful free kicks. Silvestre is clearly in the first category. That's an absolutely lovely free kick. And it was a dangerous tackle on the edge of the area. I suppose we deserved it, really, for such a shocking tackle. But it was free kicks, it's not too much you can do. When you're coming up against a good player, you're quite likely to concede, and it's just an absolutely lovely free kick there. So we were 2-1 down, but in the nature of the game, really, we were just straight back at them. And again, it's coming across the pitch from left to right. A lovely back heel there from the Castoles. He plays in Menandinho, who plays in Eduardo Murillo, and it was kind of fair enough compared to his form. He was always going to be able to pull off something special, and that was it. There doesn't come much more special than that, really. What a hit from Eduardo Murillo. I mean, as I keep saying, he's our best player. We really do need to play to our strengths, and that's probably why I took on this shot here. I mean, he takes a nice touch just to set him up, and I could have just tried to play it over the top, but I don't know, there was something about the way he was playing that inclined me to take a shot, and what a shot it was. An absolutely lovely finish there. And we were literally straight back in the game just after they scored. It was within minutes, really, that we were back at them. So as you can see, this game was turning into quite a frantic and fast-paced game. And so we get yet another chance here. Murillo did superbly to play in Rustwith, who played in Herberdux, and it's a really good save. But the ball comes out to Rustwith, and we get really lucky with the deflections there. It comes off 2 heads as Rustwith gets his 2nd goal of the season, and takes his game to 5 goals in the first half. After 35 minutes, it was 3-2. It was just, sometimes on PES you get these mental games where just chances are so frequent, and it really is a battle of who takes them, and we were unlucky with the first one. Huberdux really should have scored that. He made the chance really on his pace, and his finish wasn't perfect, but then it was just a composed finish really from Rustworth. He could have smashed that over the bar, but he just did well just to kind of get it on target. But then, as you can see, we make our own mistakes again. I don't even know what's going on with the defender that runs away from that pass, and you can see the frustration from one of our centre-backs smashing it in after Delfonso gets his second. I don't really have an excuse for that goal. It was just utterly shocking. As I played the pass in from the guy that was chasing it down, I was just expecting my centre-back to take the touch and then distribute it. As you can see here, look, but I just don't know what he's doing. He just runs off, and then it's a pretty good shot and a shocking save, and then a quite nice finish there from Delfonso. We really did shoot ourselves in the foot there. It was just goal after goal really, and it's games like that where you can't give them chances. It's just an example though. Towards the middle of the first half, we weren't looking particularly dangerous. The game started to kind of slow down here, but Murillo again playing with some lovely ball control there and a lovely pass. He finds Huberdux, and it's a beautiful ball in to Minandinho, who scores his first goal for Stratford East. He technically should be our best striker, and he'd done very well as just kind of a playmaker really, or false number 9 or whatever you want to call him. But he just showing there that he can actually finish a shot when he gets the chance, and it was just a very nice all-round goal really. This is an example of us counter-attacking, and we do it pretty well when we play in the right players. I mean, the pass from Murillo is superb, and the low cross as well was just lovely, and it is a good finish, but like the first goal from Huberdux, you can't really do that when you haven't been playing a beautiful pass, and the pass really did make the goal. But again, look, we make our own mistakes. I don't even know what he's doing there. The ball drops to Delfonso, who was just having such a good game, and it's a very good save from our goalkeeper actually, and then a good block. And Taylor Fletcher here just whips the ball in, and Delfonso for the first time in seems like ages actually missed the chance. But again, look, he's dangerous. It's a lovely ball from Silvestre, and the goalkeeper does really well just to kind of get in there and stop the attack from turning into a chance. And then in the final minute we do well here just to hold out from Blackpool, who had kind of started to play a possession game deep in our half, and it just proved that our defence, despite its leaky and awful first half performance, actually does have some talent in it. So we end this episode surprisingly 2 away games and top of the table, but as you can see from the goals, we had a pretty shocking 6 goals scored and 4 goals conceded, the most in the league, bar Blackpool. So thanks guys for watching. Sorry if this commentary was a bit rusty. As I said, I haven't done this for 5 months or whatever it is. And thanks guys for watching. If you enjoy this format or this idea or whatever, let us know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching guys.